Well, you guys, make sure if you got your dogs next to you, make sure they sit and stay, and maybe give them a treat if they're good, and enjoy our review of Turner Hooch episode 6, because we haven't done 6 yet. So here's the intro. What's up, you guys? Welcome to another episode of Jake's Selfish Reviews. I'm Jake.
Hello, I'm Yash.
And today we're gonna be talking about episode 6 of Turner Hooch, which we forgot to do last week, but school happened, so we couldn't do a lot of our schedules. So episode 6. So Scott is invited to an event with Brooke, and he has to learn the ballroom dance. And and he learns how to ballroom dance with Erica, and also the U.S. Marshals track down the fugitive in the woods who's were the special forces operative after he assaults his landlord. And Scott soon discovers that the suspect has his own dog and refuses to abandon him. And Scott promises to take care of the suspect's surrenders. And Laura is doing more detective work in this episode, since she's kind of went on that route. And the suspect in this, I know his first name was Jackson, but I forgot what his last name was. But I know it was Jackson. I remember it was Jackson. I didn't have time to go back to watch the episode again, but I know it was Jackson. And we get that dumbass Trent again in this episode. Although I thought his heart took a turn, but still is like, oh my God, Turner and that stupid dog.
Yeah, he just reminds me of every military commander, or any guy who's in the military who takes charge. And it was that kind of trope that was very popular in the late 2000s. He reminds me of that guy.
Yeah.
I get oh yes, we're traveling back to the early days with this one.
Has no
that military guy from the 2000s or war movies. Okay, here we go.
Has no social skills either. He has no social skills. And yeah, I don't know what else to say about this episode, but it was good. And
yeah, I think it brought up interesting, cases. I think what it did really well, not to be preachy, not to get preachy or anything, but it did bring up a pretty good point about, mental illness and
Right.
PTSD, how how you're supposed to deal with it, how, the better alternative of dealing with it, as opposed to just being like, oh, this person's insane, they deserve no sympathy kind of a thing, you know.
Yeah.
And I do honestly think that, like, more shows need something like that.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's coming from me, a guy who's never been in the army or the military, but
Right.
I
I
think it's
haven't
important.
I
It's
haven't either.
extremely important.
I haven't either, but I've seen military movies and I've seen some like cop movies and shows. So yeah, that's what that's like. And of course we got the still got the Broken Erica time, like not timeline, but love triangle that's kind of going
He's still he's so
like
so close. He has like these flashbacks, like whenever, like as soon as he practices with Erica, he then starts having flashbacks about it. When like when he like from Erica to then Brooke, and then with Brooke, it's like he reminds him of Erica. Well, I mean, so yeah, it's weird because like he does the ballroom practice with Erica, but then he does that, and then as soon as he does it with Brooke, he gets like little flashbacks and like reminders, and it's like little hints that are like, oh, you're on the right track, you're starting to get it, but he still doesn't get it. It's
still
right there in front of his face.
still doesn't get it.
It's that oblivious guy trope,
Yeah.
and it's just I don't know. I
Yeah.
don't know. I'm just like, you're right there, man. You could have had a snag right there. You could have. Ah, she's right there, but you're still like, you know, gosh darn it, you know. But anyway,
So this episode was called The Fugitive, which I think it's a play on of The Fugitive.
yes, Harrison Ford, we love it.
Oh yeah, we do. Yeah. Anyways, that was the episode, which was a good episode. Thank you guys for watching. Subscribe if you're new here, like, favorite, and share. And we're I think I'll have time to film episode 7 today of Turner Hooch review. Probably do 8 tomorrow. Maybe by MCU tier list will be after 7. And Josh has his own tier list, which is coming this week, sometime this week before he leaves, or maybe we'll do it like when he comes back from his trip. I don't know.
Yeah.
We got our What If episode 5 review, and we will review episode 6 this week. But next week, when we get to next week, that's when next week and a week after, that's when Joey's gonna start subbing for Josh, taking over for him for those episodes, until he will be gone for those episodes. He'll be in New York for those episodes, but yeah, don't forget to subscribe to Josh. And he's got Army of the Dead coming. We got our collab video coming, and yeah, that should be it. Or possibly more videos coming, but still unknown.
Pretty much.
Pretty
much.
Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next time, and I'll see you in future. Peace. And don't forget to rock on.
Rock on.
All right.